rule. Is that what you want? You want mob rule? Mob rule. Rabble-rouser. Where do you think these phrases came from? Let's all step back. Let's take a deep breath. We're talking about the vermin in the gutters now, the Occupy movement. Rabble-rouser. Mob rule. This is what you want, mob rule. Here in San Francisco, it was like 200 to 300 disaffected students, probably majoring in sociology or women's studies. Chicano studies I didn't see too many members of. But, you know, the soft fields that everybody knows were invented for the people who never belonged in college to begin with. In other words, the non-sciences that were invented to augment the failures that would normally go into SOS. If you couldn't do anything else, you majored in SOS or political science. Then if you couldn't even come up to the standards of SOS or poli-sci, you went into women's studies or one of the other ethnic studies classes, and you had an invented syllabus, and you made yourself a genius by publishing in journals that they put out for themselves. Then you got invited to the White House to actually head up the departments of green energy. So this is what's out there right now, and it's all a distraction. The point is that the people who are robbing from us in Congress are very happy this is going on. I don't think you understand this. They're laughing at you, you protesters. The real thieves, the real wolves are laughing at you because you are actually the useful idiots that they need in order to distract we the people from the real thievery that's going on. So they're very happy to see you in the streets. That is why they're stooges in the governorships. That's why they're stooges in the mayorships. Don't do anything to you. That's why they tell the police, don't do anything to them. That's because they're getting away with what they're getting away with, because instead of you being outside their houses, you're outside and you're blocking the streets for those of us who work for a living. This is not about freedom of speech. I'm for freedom of speech. I'm for the First Amendment. I know what the First Amendment is better than you do. I live and die by it. In fact, I was banned in Britain, if you don't know it, all you big mouths who think you're brave, because you're getting up in front of a crowd with a bullhorn for 10 minutes and then running back to your parents' house. Try being banned in Britain because of something that you didn't even say on a radio show and you have no way to defend yourself. I can't even defend myself. Hundreds of thousands of dollars later, 3 years later, they won't let me into England. You approve of that? But I didn't see anybody marching for me. I didn't go out and cry about it. I didn't go cry in the gutter with a bullhorn. What are you crying about? You're at University of California, you're crying about something? You are a useful idiot. You're in the streets you're in Wall Street. What are you going to actually achieve? You're going to take the average person who has a few bucks invested in a mutual fund or in a stock, and you're going to interfere with his living? That's going to make you a happier person, you idiots? You don't even know what you're doing. Rabble-rouser, mob rule. That's what you want? Mob rule. Class warfare, race warfare. These are the tools of the Democrat Party to distract you from the greatest thievery in the history of this republic. I have no questions for you. I have no questions for you. I walked and saw the city of San Francisco Police Department, hundreds of them. There were 200 spoiled brats from the UC system mixed in with the hardcore street vermin, screaming on megaphones. The cops were hanging around picking their teeth after a nice fat lunch, probably talking about their pensions, doing nothing. Helicopters flying overhead for no reason. They launched the helicopters from the police department for no reason. I even saw a police boat offshore doing nothing. Again, how much overtime do you think it cost the city? Certainly the police union didn't complain, did it? So don't think I don't see the whole picture. I do. Everybody's enjoying this. 1-800-4